Well, hello my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. And for anyone that's new to my channel, thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Talisahhh, and in this video I will be showing you guys how to achieve this look. So first I'm starting off with the NYX Jumbo Eye Crayon. I wanted to get their base, but they were all out, so I was told that this will work just as good, and I have to say that I actually liked it. So I just set that in place with my CoverGirl setting powder, and I'm going in with this NYX eyeshadow, and I'm going to be using this as a transition shade. I'm putting it close to my eyebrow because I have hooded eyes, so in order for me to be able to see all the colors that basically transitions, it needs to be high up. I have to work above my eyelid. So I'm just going to continue to build that color until I like it, and then I'm going to go in with another NYX eyeshadow, and this is in the shade Beyond Nude, the next morning. So I'm just putting that just a little bit under the transition shade, and it's going to give me like a green effect. So I'm going to change my brushes to like a angled type of fluffy brush in a way, and I'm going to go right underneath where I placed the blue the first time, just to get it to look more blue, because after putting it on the yellow it looked kind of green. So I wanted that ashy blue or pale blue type of look, so I went on and did that. And here I'm just blending in the colors, and I'm going to take this blue from my Milani Vital 6 palette, and I'm going to put that underneath the blue. And this is basically going to be my last color that I use for my cut crease. This is going to be the color that pops for the cut crease. And I'm using that same angled fluffy brush. And I'm going to blend that out. Blend it out, blend it out. Now I am going to change my blending brushes because I felt like this one really wasn't doing much. So I changed to a more dense blending brush just to, get rid of those harsh lines. I'm going to attempt to cut my crease with the crayon, but it just wasn't working for me. I don't know if it was the fact that it was just too stiff or wasn't enough product. It wasn't creamy enough. It didn't move the way I wanted to move, and I have some fat up there, so it was just doing entirely too much. So I just went and got some concealer, and I cut my crease that way. It's easier for me. I'm going to take this flat brush and I'm going to apply more of that blue from my Vital 6 palette. But it was the brush was too big. It wasn't getting in the precise areas that I wanted it to. So I'm changing to a more pencil type of brush to get in that small area to make that cut crease pop, to give it a little bit of dimension. Then I'm going to go back with that flat brush and just blend it out just a little bit. And I took my concealer too far out, so here you just see me going in with that blending brush that I use for my transition shade, and I'm not adding any more product to it. I'm just buffing out the edges so I can go back in with my concealer brush, and I didn't add any more product. I was just cleaning up where I really wanted it to end. So after I'm done doing that, I'm going to go back into that Vital 6 palette, and I'm going to take that white shade to set my concealer in place on my eyelid. And then I'm going to take that pencil, that crayon pencil that I use for a base for my eyeshadow, and I'm going to put that in my waterline, and I'm going to put it a little bit under my lash line too. And the reason why I did this is because I wanted to create like a small ombre effect on my outer corner. So I laid that down as a base so the white and the blue can actually pop. So here I just took that blue from the Milani Vital 6 palette, and I'm just lightly dusting it onto that crayon that I use for a base. I did use white eyeshadow, but I don't know, for some reason I edited out, my bad. So here you just see me cleaning up my eyeshadow just to make that line nice and sharp. And I'm going back in with that butterscotch eyeshadow from NYX, and I'm gonna apply that on my entire lid. So I don't know if you guys seen my last video that I posted. It was my first vlog, and I went to the Mall of America and I went to the NYX store, and these are actually the products that I picked up from that store. And I'm gonna use a lip gloss that I got from NYX as well that day. So I'm still just adding that color in there, and I'm using a flat brush so I can get in those little bitty areas. And I'm gonna put on a coat of mascara, then I'm gonna do a little bit of liner to prep for my falsies, and then I'm gonna apply my falsies off camera. Now I'm going in with foundation, and for foundation I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Poreless foundation, I believe is what it's called, in the color Cappuccino. And I'm going to take a smaller type of flat brush just to go right underneath that eyeshadow to make sure that it's nice and sharp. And I don't know if you guys were able to tell, but when I had my head turned, you could kind of see the small ombre effect that I had going on there. You know, I tried. I didn't want it to be too dramatic, but I'm thinking that maybe in my next video I might do something like that. So I'm just gonna apply some more product onto my cheeks where I have my acne scars, just to cover that up. And then I'm just blending that all in with my Real Techniques beauty sponge. Now I am gonna go into highlight and conceal, and I'm taking the concealer from NYX in the color Tan to highlight and conceal. This actually was not doing the job for me. I mean, I love this concealer to death, but for some reason it wasn't giving me that highlight that I wanted. So I'm gonna do this one first. I'm gonna put it in all the areas that I like to highlight and conceal, blend it in, and then I'm gonna go in with another concealer. And the concealer that I'm gonna be using is from Maybelline. I'm not sure what the name is off back. I will list that all down below, of course. And I almost forgot to mention that I have a new way that I'm contouring my nose now. Now, contouring my nose has been the biggest struggle. I've been switching it up damn near every time I do it. So I really don't want to bring too much attention to basically the ball or the tip of my nose. So as you can see, I put concealer on, but I didn't bring it all the way down because I don't want to bring attention to that. And instead of swiping it up and down like I used to do, I'm just patting it in place so that concealer stays directly in the middle and it makes my nose look smaller. So then when it's time to contour and snatch that nose, honey, it's gonna be snatched. Like, girl, it's gonna be snatched. And as you can see, this concealer right here is giving me life. It's giving me more highlight. It's giving me everything I asked for. I'm being dramatic right now. I know. Anyways, I'm going to be setting this in place with my, CoverGirl setting powder. You guys know that's my new thing. It's my new BFF. So I like to just put it on my skin, and then I like to blend it into my skin. I don't do baking or anything unless I'm just like being overly dramatic. I really don't need to bake, so this works fine for me. I'm going to be setting my entire face with this stuff. I am going to set the areas where I applied the concealer first, and then I'm going to take a fluffy brush from Real Techniques, and I'm going to just dust the powder onto the rest of my face. I am applying that yellow shade from NYX, the butterscotch shade, onto my lower lash line. And I'm going to apply this just a little bit. I wanted it to be yellow, but I didn't want it to be too dramatic up under there. I don't know why, I just didn't. And so now I am applying some mascara to my lower lashes. And I'm going to take that gold shade from my Milani Vital 6 palette, and I'm going to highlight my brow bone. Now I'm just blending in that highlighting shade into my eyeshadows. So I'm bronzing my face, and I'm using the L'Oreal True Match in the color Neutral. And I'm just gonna bronze this baby up. So I like to bronze my face in some of the areas that I'm not gonna contour. So I bronze it in the areas where I am gonna contour. And then as you can see here, I kind of put it on my cheekbone closer to my eyes in a way. I wouldn't contour there, but I do like to have a little bit of bronzer there. Here I am taking this fan brush and I'm contouring with the L'Oreal True Match in the color Froid. Here comes the good part, y'all. Go snatch that nose for the first time in a long time. Girl, she about to snatch it. I'm using the Milani Blush in Romantic Rose, of course. Gonna blush my face up a little bit. And then I'm gonna go into highlighting, and for highlight, I'm using the Milani Strobe Light. I go on to highlight my nose. I'm going to take a pencil brush, so it's going to be a very thin line, and I'm not going to bring it down at all, and I'm going to use my finger to blend it out so that nose can look slim. And I'm setting my face with the e.l.f. setting mist, and I'm using that same highlighting shade that I use for my eyebrow bone to highlight my inner corners. That really wasn't doing the job for me, so I am going to go into that white from the Vital 6 palette, the Milani Vital 6 palette, and highlight even more. So I'm gonna take these rhinestones and I'm gonna pick them off. My brother got me these. He thought about me, you guys. He worked at Party City. Well, he works at Party City, and he was like, you know what, my sister can use these for her makeup, so I'm gonna get these for her. Unfortunately, I couldn't use them the way that they're made because my eyes are just not made for it, so I still put them to use. I just picked it off the plastic part, and I'm using the duo glue to stick them on, and I'm gonna apply it in my inner corner, and then I'm gonna follow it. I'm gonna follow the eyeshadow on my outer corner. I'm just following where my eyeshadow goes. Adding more to my inner corner. I wasn't really feeling that eyeshadow. It wasn't doing too much for me, I guess. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of the Beyond Nude the next morning and put that under there. And I did add more mascara. So I just outlined my lips with a brown lip liner, and then I applied some of that matte Milani lipstick. And then the lip gloss is from NYX, which I got from the mall the other day, and that is in the color pink, gold pink, I believe it is. So this is my final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.